These are pedals that I've reviewed in the last 12 months up until the end or close to the end of 2013. So between 2012 and 2013. This list isn't a test of every best overdrive pedal on the market. It's the ones that I've tested that I feel are the most worthy of being in this list. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments, questions about any of the pedals, you can check them out in the description, or you can check out my channel for the full video. So the Dan Electro Fab Overdrive pedal made this list for one reason: bridge tone. It's maybe not the best build in the world, it's maybe not the best, look in the world, but these pedals, fantastic on a bridge pickup. It does roll out a bit of your top end, so a lot of people probably won't like that, but you get this thing on and you just get on your bridge pickup and you can let it rip. It sounds like a fat plimsoll. I really like it. And for 14 bucks, how can you go wrong? Now the GFS Electronics Overdrive pedal is really cool if you're looking for a particular type of tone. The thing that sets this apart is it actually sounds like the old school blues tone. So you're getting a kind of sound that you might not get out of any other pedal on the market. Whether or not it's your thing is up to you if you like that kind of tone, but it definitely captures that chuggy tweed kind of amp, just cranked or just over the edge. Yeah, a lot of people like that for blues. So if you're like me and you like that sort of just off clean kind of chug, check them out. So the 320 design brown feather overdrive pedal is nothing but ball-tearingly big and fat. It's maybe closer to a distortion once you sort of crank up the gain, but you can still get some really awesome overdrive tones out of it. Very sort of plimsoll-ish, but sort of taking it to another level. And the design of the pedal is actually quite cool too. It's very different, having all the controls kind of on the front instead of on the top, which is a bit odd. But yeah, it's a really cool pedal and it's definitely worth a shot if you can find them. Check them out. The Joyo Sweet Baby Overdrive. It's a fantastic pedal, and what I love about it, it sounds fantastic for not only Strats and Telecasters, but 335 style guitars and humbuckers. Playing it onto a clean amp will just give you that perfect amount of light chug. It's not a heavy overdrive and it doesn't have that mid bump that a lot of pedals have, but because of that, it's actually quite special, so check it out. So the Wampler Ecstasy was the one that I reviewed, but it's actually now called the Wampler Euphoria. These pedals are fantastic. If you like a lot of natural sounding chug on your sound without losing any low end, these are definitely worth a shot. They sound fairly amp-like, and that's one thing why a lot of people like them. They can run them as their off clean tone on a clean channel, and you can also then use it just as a regular kind of overdrive pedal to boost your solos. They're pretty cool. They might not have the high gain or as nice a high gain as say a plimsoll, but at moderate to low settings, they just wipe the floor. They're really, really good. Check them out. Now the Visual Sound Open Road pedal made the list because it's simply better than most tones on amps. And what I mean by that is if you've got a clean amp that sounds good, you hit this pedal and your amp then sounds better than it did. It's very, very cool, and it can go anywhere between sort of subtle overdrive all the way through to rocking tones. It has a quite prominent low end, so if you like a fat kind of tone, especially with like strats or tallies, then you could definitely get to love the Visual Sound Open Road pedal. Check them out. So the dual fusion Wampler pedal made the list because it's simply cool. You can get a lot of tonal versatility out of it by using either of the channels into each other or vice versa. It's really cool and it's definitely worth checking out. So the Lovepedal Kanji Eternity pedal is just awesome. I love it. It sounds fantastic on an amp that's already clipping, and you can also use it fairly well on an amp that's just clean. It has its own tone going on and it's very unique, and that's probably why I like it. It not only looks cool, it's built well, and you can really take your solo tone to the next level. It really cranks. So definitely check them out. Now the great thing about the Analogman King of Tone is it's basically a 2-in-1 pedal. So you're getting an overdrive on one side, and it's not a high gain overdrive, so it's more like an amp, and the second channel is really, you know, it cranks. It's probably one of the best you could ask for. Now the EWS Brute Drive is a fantastic pedal. It's on my pedal board as we speak, or as I speak. It's basically like a Klon, but with a bit of a fatter boost. So if you like your tone getting a little bit nasty, the Brute Drive is definitely the way to go. So the Barokah Effector Drive 900 pedal made the list simply because it sounds fantastic. It is a JCM 900 style tone, but it works great on Fender amps. It gives you a nice smooth chuggy drive sound that actually sounds a lot better than most gain stages do on amps. It's fantastic, so check them out if you get a chance. So the Klon KTR made this list simply because it's the best pedal I've had. And the thing about it is it doesn't sound so nice on its own, but when you get it in a mix or you get it on an amp that's already clipping slightly, it's just fantastic. And out of all the pedals I've purchased, this one is never going away. I love it.